Holy...
We're getting a positive reading. The internal comms hub is nearby.
Affirmative.
You're on the same floor as Cassandra's office.
Received.
Target sighted. Don't hurt me! Get.
Yes, I agree. Personality is expendable in this case. No, I can start the process from my office terminal and delete the necessary files at the same time. I'll begin at once. Goodbye. Help! Intruder! Security, help me!
I've got a password problem, and you're the man to help me with it.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I'm logging on now. Right, I'm in.
The other hub's got to be in the security room.
The basement elevator must be around here somewhere.
Understood.
Why me? Don't stop right there!
Reprogram the cleaning bot. It'll give you a way in.
Understood.
How did that get here? Hey, you! You win. I surrender. Stay back!
Something around here's using a lot of power.
What are you doing in my lab?
Shut down the experiments.
I'll shut it down. My experiments! Help! She's got a gun!
How did that get here?
I'm dying!
Don't...
I haven't seen you before.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please, don't hurt me.
Who the hell are you? Allow me to assist you. What's this? What the hell? Oh God! I'm dying!
Don't touch! Stay back!
That's the highest security sector. Dr. Carl has got to be nearby.
Received.
You may... Dangerous? It's a terrorist!
ground floor. Get to the elevator.
Affirmative.
Oh, I haven't been round here before.
We've got contact!
Do you actually know what you're doing? We're going to the helipad, I presume.
That's not how it goes!
Yes, it is!
Give it to me, you're doing it wrong! Stop! Oh no, too late!
She's here!
Give it up, now!
Get her! Come here!
Do you actually know what you're doing? We're going to the helipad.
Get her! Come here!
Do you actually know what you're doing? We're going to the helipad, I presume.
We meet again, girl. You've become quite an annoyance.
Get her!
I can't leave any bodyguards standing.
Don't keep the jump ship waiting. Get back to the landing pad.
Confirmed.
Going somewhere?
Holy up! Come here!
Intruder alert! We've got
My gun!
if I get the wind generator back online, I'll get power to the lower basement.
Joanna, it's Grimshaw. We got hackers at the villa. You gotta stop them before they get to our files.
Those hackers have to be stopped before I rescue Daniel.
Target
Here's where
sighted.
they must be holding Daniel. Sir, are you injured?
No, Joanna, I'm okay.
We suspect...
How the hell? How's it going? Base, we have an intruder! Hey, sugar. Request back.
The only place we could secure the equipment was a strong rain.
Reprogram that taxi. It's a Mark II and should be compatible.
Understood.
What the hell was that?
The car park lift is your only point of ingress.
Confirmed. glue while those lasers are active.
Why me? Why me? Trigger the alarm! God!
Stay
What the
back!
hell? It's a spy!
Don't touch
Hello
it!
there?
The safe's heavily encrypted. The decoder's gonna take a little longer.
Received.
Intruder alert!
We've recovered the sapient from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
This will reduce its efficiency. My team will have to take it to the core themselves. This will endanger them. You should have anticipated that the sapient might develop a troublesome moral code.
No one could have predicted that, and I resent being singled out for blame. What about him?
The President turned down your request for the loan of the Pelagic II. Could it be you overestimated your influence over him?
No. Perhaps I underestimated his resolve. We have a contingency plan ready to go, and we will move as soon as the presidential entourage arrives at the airbase. All I need from the President is a tissue sample.
Assuming you don't get any interference. If Carrington has pieced together enough of this, he will have called for reinforcements.
There will be no...
Time to leave. Let's get to the door set up earlier.
We've got a contact!
Okay, Joanna, take a look at this. Our operative inside Area 51 was able to get this out to us. This is your entry point.
Stop! contact!
There's the antenna. But I can't throw a bug that high.
Careful with that trigger finger, Agent Dark. You're closing in on my position.
Affirmative.
Get her!
Agent Dark, over here.
There you are. I was beginning...
God damn it! There's someone here! We've got a contact!
No escape for you!
Target sighted.
Dr. Francis, please go to Cryolab A.
It's a spy! Imposter!
Me.
Go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6. phone autopsy. Dr. Lovering, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please go to Cryolab A. Dr. Francis, Cryolab A.
The showers. Now, if I can convince someone to part with their uniform. I don't have much time.
Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6.
The temperature's dropping. You must be close to the cryo room.
Received.
Hey, how's things?
Report to containment. Lieutenant Steele, report to containment.
The air's heavily recycled round here. Must be near the autopsy lab.
So, you got here at last. Everyone's been waiting for you.
Dr. Lovering, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please go to Cryolab A. Dr. Francis, please go to Cryolab A. Nurse Robinson, report to bioanalysis. Nurse Robinson, report to bioanalysis. Go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6. Lieutenant Deal, report to containment. Lieutenant Deal, report to containment.
Please, Joe. Hurry, or you'll be too late.
Received.
What the hell?
Joanna, this is Jonathan. You're in grave danger. They flooded the area with nerve gas. Get a friend to the containment lab. There's a hiding place there. I'll contact you when you get there. Good luck.
Affirmative.
Good work, Joe. We need to meet up. They're getting suspicious of me. Use the maintenance hatch I've opened in one of the containment labs. Hurry!
Understood. Time to hook up with Jonathan before he gets into any more trouble.
Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6.
Another false alarm.
Nurse Robinson, report to containment. Nurse Robinson, report to containment.
God damn it. Intruder alert!
Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy.
That smell. Oil. I smelt that in the other hangars.
Dr. Lovering, please go to Cryolab A. Dr. Lovering, please go to Cryolab A.
Medpac's gotta be somewhere around here.
Go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6.
What's that noise?
Report to containment.
Joanna, over here. We need to get back to our friend.
Please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy.
Right, we're near. Cover me, Joe. Okay, stand back.
I've got a clear shot.
Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy. Dr. Lovering, please go to Cryolab A. Dr. Lovering, please go to Cryolab Lieutenant Deal. Lieutenant Deal, report to bioanalysis.
Open fire! I've got a clear shot! Cover me! Open fire!
Oh no, we have a problem. It's a single-seater.
It's the only way out of here.
Plus it's got no style. You know what I'm saying?
You're the only one who can fly it over, so get in.
One of us will have to stay behind and open the hangar doors.
But we can't leave you behind. There must be a way out of here.
I'll get out on that hover bike. Now cover me while I open the doors.
Agent Dark in position.
What the? Stop!
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
Okay, you know the way from here.
Are you new around here?
Use that case to conceal your equipment.
Understood.
How's things?
Hi.
Do you have permission for that?
I don't want to die!
Secure the perimeter! Oh my god!
Oh god! I'm dying! No!
The case will get stopped unless you do something.
Affirmative.
I've got a clear...
Stop them! They're breaking into the safe!
The President's room is on this level, Joanna.
Who are you, young lady?
Mr. President, you're in danger. Trent is trying to kidnap you.
You can't make accusations like that without evidence. I assume that you have some?
This is a recording of a meeting between Trent and the other conspirators.
It seems overwhelming. I'm in your hands. What do we do now? What the hell was that?
We have to get you to the escape pod. Follow me.
Come on.
The escape pod? I've been hit!
Hey, you! Wipe that!
Jeez! You sure this is the way to the escape pod?
Elvis! Elvis! There's the escape pod.
Target sighted.
The jamming. It's coming from that ship.
Stop where you are.
You'll never save him now.
He'll be able to protect the president.
You go on ahead, Joe. I'll secure the perimeter. We'll meet up later.
Got a man down!
Warn the others!
They'll be unable to conduct operations without any power.
It's a spy!
Come on, then.
He's bought it.
Holy... Hey!
This must be where the sub's controlled from.
A gun!
I'm in trouble. What the?
It's a terrorist!
It's a spy!
Without the autopilot and the GPS, the ship will wander off station.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please, don't hurt me.
Switch this thing off.
I'll shut it down.
Please, don't shoot me.
Stop right there!
I'm going for cover.
What took you so long? Follow me! Let's get off this old tub! I'll kick ya! I'm doing this for your own good! Don't mess with the Maian! You dare shoot at me? I'm doing this for your own good! In the name of intergalactic peace! kick your ass!
Me.
I'm dying!
Kiss my alien butt!
Me.
Time to reactivate those teleportals. This will help us to get around the ship quicker. Keep those Skedar off my back while I'm working!
Got a clear shot!
If we can reverse what was done to him. You dare shoot at me? We have to get out of here!
Already, Joanna?
Joanna, we're under attack! Get the guns back online! Hurry!
The auto defenses will really help me out.
Get her! The Skedar have taken hostages! Get up to the offices and save them!
Received. I'll have to go carefully. The hostages are counting on me.
What the? Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for coming back for me, Joanna.
That was too close. I nearly had to take them out myself.
Thanks.
My gun! Open I've got a clear shot! Oh my God!
no one here.
Me.
So this is what Foster was working on.
They're using a new form of shield technology. Foster was working on a new weapon, which may be useful.
Affirmative.
Damn it! My office! If they get access, get there first, Joe, and destroy the files!
Understood.
Things are desperate. They've planted a bomb. Find it and get it out of the building.
Affirmative.
Well done, Joanna. We're nearly clear. The last dropship is waiting for you. Hurry!
Received.
We're outside, Joanna. Get the shields down and we can help you.
I've got to get those shields down to let Elvis in. I need all the help I can get. Now only the hangar bay doors are in the way.
open the doors so we can stop!
Good to see you, Joanna. Take this. You should find it useful. Time to head upwards. I'll take this lift, you take the other one.
This machine contains the Skedar star maps.
Time to head upwards! Eat her death, man! secure the perimeter. We'll meet up later.
If we control the bridge, then the ship is ours.
Joanna. I think we've made them angry.
Wow, that's the first time I've seen another planet from space. It's beautiful. This seems to be one of the special pillars. put our army in suspended animation. Okay, this is it. Cut off the head and the body will perish.
What the hell?
Get the hell out of my office!
Go to the helipad if you want to live.
You won't shoot me, foolish child.
Come here!
Go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6.
Jeez!
Nurse Robinson, report to containment. Nurse Robinson, report to containment.
Intruder alert!
Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy.
Come here!
Too good.
Get her!
Dr. Lovering.
You make
Dr. Lovering, please go to Biolab A.
What are you waiting for? I'm just too good.
Lieutenant Deal, report to bioanalysis. Lieutenant Deal, report to bioanalysis.
Bring it on. Yeah. I'm just too good. Someone here!
Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6. Captain Santiago, go to Medical Bay 6.
What are you waiting for? There's someone here! Bring it on!
Yeah, baby.
Get her!
Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy. Dr. Francis, please phone autopsy.
Come here! Too good. Too good.
God, I'm hit.
someone here!
Hey, you!